guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have a fun fall Dollar Tree DIY. We're going to take one of their foam cones and their little faux acorns that they have at the Dollar Tree, and we're going to make like an acorn tree or an acorn topiary. Now, one thing I want to do first is cover the foam cone with burlap. I'm just going to use some of the rolled burlap they have from the Dollar Tree. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want you to be able to see the white styrofoam in between the acorns, and I want something to be able to glue the acorns to. Now, it's kind of weird to wrap this with the shape of it, so I just kind of wrap it, kind of keeping it close, and it doesn't really matter how many layers I need to do. I just want to make sure that I cover up all of the styrofoam on the sides and the top of it at least. So I just kind of piece it together like that, attaching it with hot glue. Now, styrofoam doesn't like to be hot glued to, but when you have fabric or something like this in between, it's going to make it a lot easier because, of course, the styrofoam is going to melt under like the heat of the hot glue. So I've got it covered. I want to kind of cinch it up as close as I can to it. And we have a little burlap tree here that we can cover with the acorns. Now, this took way more acorns than I thought it would, but I was able to find enough that I had to do the whole thing. And as you can see, I'm just hot gluing them on one at a time. Now, you do have to kind of make sure that you give it a little bit of time to set up because you don't want any of them falling off. And so, do a couple of them at a time, and if you really need to, you can always do some like masking tape around them to keep them on. I tried to do mine a little bit slower than I would like just to make sure that they stayed on. Now, when you get to the end, you might need to space them out a little bit. My first row went pretty easily, and so now we can start here with the second row. Now, you would think you would kind of just nestle it down, but you know, it's going to be less going around every row that you go up the tree. So you're not going to be able to do that every time. Just kind of do what fits. Now, if you are lucky enough to have some real acorns in your yard, this would look so beautiful with real acorns. Just remember, you're probably going to need more of them than you think you will. And I just keep going up like that. I try to like kind of plan when I get to like the last two or three if I'm going to need to space them out a little bit or if they're going to fit snugly, but I was able to get them pretty good. They have more than one color of this acorn too. You know, you could always mix up the different variety. There's like a more maroon one, and I think there's like a more dark brown one. You could actually make more than one of these, and you could do them with different colored acorns. That would be really cool too. Or you could mix it up and not do them all the same. I liked this one. It kind of looks more like a regular acorn to me, so this is the one that I chose. And after I get them on there, sometimes I put a little extra hot glue in from the top there too to make sure that they're going to stay glued on. And it's holding up pretty well. I really love how this turned out. I was trying whether I should do it on a stand, but I kind of like it laying just flat like this. Now, when you get to the top, there's not a point. So what I did is I just took 4 and I hot glued them to what I had, kind of gluing them to each other too, like that. And then the top acorn, I put a toothpick in there to help me and put some hot glue in there and put it down into the styrofoam. And this is how it turned out, my acorn tree. I think it's so fun for fall. If you'd like more fall DIYs, be sure to check out my YouTube channel at Crafty Beach. And until next time, happy crafting.